we have the current stock market update for Super Micro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comments section below so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So here we have the hourly price chart. Each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see here, this is really showing a lot of very erratic price action at the moment. We're starting to see, resistance breaks to the top side and then quick reversals in the other direction and things like that. This is a very volatile stock at the moment. I don't think the market really knows how to handle this stock as things currently stand here. And we are seeing a lot of two-way signals that are starting to develop. So, we really just have to take a step back here and just try to look at what the signals are telling us and try to take the most objective viewpoint possible. So specifically what I would be looking at first here would be this, this reversal point that occurred after share prices broke above that 48.50 resistance level. Because we can see here that share prices did manage to find some fairly strong support right around this 44.10 area. So I'll just quickly write that in here. So we do have some fairly strong support that is starting to develop here. As we can see, this is also coming into conjunction with a lot of the exponential moving average activity. So we did see a little bit of a break below that 20-hour exponential moving average, but the 100-hour EMA and 50-hour EMA were right below here. And this was enough to sort of catch share prices and prevent them from falling lower. So at the moment, we are seeing this is a fairly strong bounce here, and we are trading now back above the exponential moving average cluster. So, at the moment, I would say that this is a very strong level of support to the downside because this was a very dramatic price movement in the other direction. We saw a lot of downside activity here, and this 44.10 level was actually able to hold up the market and prevent share prices from falling further. So ultimately what this does create, believe it or not, this is still an uptrend because what we're looking at here is a prior low at 37.30. Then the next significant low comes in at 39.80. And then now it does look like this 44.10 area. It should be a fairly strong level to watch. So if this trend does continue here, that is a series of higher lows. And then we do ultimately have this, this sequence now of higher highs that has developed now that SMCI has actually broken above that $50 mark. It's a little bit hard to believe, but this did actually occur. We do actually have to type this in here as well. So this ultimate price high here came in at $50.10. And this does, as we can see here, this does complete a sequence of now higher lows and higher highs. So it might seem a little hard to believe here, but this is a constructive, positive structure that is starting to develop here. And now that we have started to see some support level that has started to form itself at 44.10, the next suggestion here would be that share prices would be able to break back into that $50 handle and then possibly continue moving higher. So, all of this does have to be taken with a grain of salt here. This thing just reacts to news in very drastic ways, very severe ways. We see resistance breaks and then significant turnarounds as well. So, if you're going to be trading this stock, this is the type of thing where you really have to be in small position sizes, and you definitely have to be using stop losses. And it also requires fairly constant monitoring of the chart because you can see quick reversals that are somewhat unexpected. So, as we currently stand here, if we are able to break above this $50.10 level, obviously that's also a psychological region as well. If you're trading above that $50 mark, now the outlook starts to change a little bit. I think sentiment starts to improve a little bit, even though it doesn't have any direct relationship to the fundamentals of the company. Those psychological levels can have some significance. So currently, as long as we stay above 44.10, I think that the outlook here is bullish. If we were to break below 44.10 for whatever reason, you do have to start to alter the bias at that point because you would be losing this uptrend line that is trying to develop here. You would be losing this region of historical support, and then you would also be trading below all of the major exponential moving averages on the hourly time frame. So that would be sort of the worst case scenario here if we do see a break below 44.10. If we're looking at possible targets now to the upside, it becomes a little bit more difficult here because, we've traded within this sideways range for such a long time that these prior, gapping levels, for example, tend to have less significance. I mean, we are still looking at a price gap here that has developed above that $50 mark. Currently, to the top side, this comes in at roughly 51.50. So you could possibly still see share prices refilling this price gap here. Um, Actually, I'm looking at the wrong area here. The price gap actually forms. This actually goes up to roughly 54.70. Okay, let me just write that in here. I was looking at the wrong candle there. This does actually move up to 54.70. So that's a fair amount of upside here that you can start to see if we're going to actually see that price gap filled. I mean, this goes back quite a ways here is the only problem. I mean, this goes all the way back to August 28 is when this price gap started to fill. So, there's definitely a possibility here that a lot of those prior orders have now been closed. But that's sort of the negative possibility. But the positive possibility here is that you could actually get some free momentum in this stock all the way up to 54.70. So that is one upside target to watch. And then to the downside, I would be looking at this 44.10 area. Currently in the indicator reading, what we are seeing here is positive momentum. So this does sort of come along with the broader positive outlook that we're seeing here. I mean, we are seeing range breakouts and things like that. I mean, we are seeing quick reversals following there, but the establishment of support levels has been seen at higher and higher levels. So in my view, you have to really side with the bullish side of the argument here. Overall, the momentum reading is still pointed in the upward direction as well. We have seen this momentum reading tested 2 times now. This is on the hourly time frame, so that is a commonly watched, closely watched relative strength indicator reading. So, overall, there is still positive trend momentum, and we have now established support 44.10. So, I would be looking for a downside break of 44.10 to reverse that bias, and then as a near-term target, I would be looking at 54.70 as a potential upside price movement. So here's the current stock market analysis for Super Microcomputer, stock ticker SMCI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.